for more hour-long puzzle. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that nonogram we know is gonna happen. So.
I'm hoping that the nonogram will not take as long. I typically they don't. They can, obviously, but we will see. So we want to go try and get the collar from the pachinko parlor for Suki. But it is the middle of the night. Oops. So we have to go to sleep first. And then maybe once we get the collar, he will give us the star thing.
Right, yes.
I'll just make it 7.
How'd it get so late already? I need to get to bed.
Okay. I'm very interested in the like resolution of this game.
I know, yeah.
Like I feel like this one has done a really good job about like genuinely making me care about these people and these characters because they did like go through something so like upsetting and tragic.
Yeah.
And I want the women to like all be on the same page and be happy
Yeah.
and get along.
Rentaro
It
seemed like
is
he really wanted that collar.
I'm assuming it's this.
that.
Okay.
Um, and it's like such an interesting game because there's not really like we weren't hired like you said, and there's not really a mystery to solve.
Right.
I guess the only mystery is like how do we prove that these hauntings are fake?
Right. Yeah.
But it just seemed, yeah. So it is a bit like what's gonna happen.
I know. And like I want the fan like I want them to all like be on speaking terms and be getting along and like I just they've been through so much and like trauma. Come on, give us a win. There we go. We got something there. Okay. We got a long way to go. Oh, do I have to... I have to take it and then come back. I see. Ooh, okay, got something right away. You love to see it.
I don't think made it go up to any further. It looks like you should have gotten fun.
Right?
Congrats on your longest training run.
Thanks. It feels pretty good to have it behind me.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
When is your big race?
It's on the 27th. So this past week was our like peak week, highest week of mileage. And then we start tapering off now. So like next week my long run's just an hour 20. So,
So it's like to give you a bit of a rest, like recuperate,
yeah.
or
It's most running plans will have you do that. They have you build up to like a max training distance, and then the like usually the week, sometimes 2 weeks before your race, you just start cutting your mileage by about 20% or so. And it allows your muscles to recover a little bit before your race so that you're feeling nice and recovered and strong, but still well trained for the race.
yeah.
I used to do it for a swim team in high school, but like before districts or whatever, we would cut our yardage back at practice.
I suppose it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's the best part of a training cycle. When you can like cut back after weeks of doing a lot.
Right. Then you have the race to run.
Yeah. Yeah, and I found out it starts out super early in the morning, which I'm less than thrilled about. But it'll be okay. I'll be done with it by like 10 a.m., which feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's an upside for sure.
Oh, hey, Avery. How are you? Avery has had a busy weekend. I think she has a friend. She's at bachelorette events like all weekend.
I am very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Kendall and I really need to kick it into high gear with planning. We have a
Time.
yeah. I mean, we have a ton of ideas, but it's just we need to finally start figuring out how we're gonna tie it all together. Okay, that should get us to 2100. Yeah. Okay. We have to put it in there. Yes, I'm back in my bed. I flew out of Asheville at 5:30 a.m. Jesus. That's early.
Yeah.
That's an early morning. Okay.
Asheville, though. That's
Yeah, Asheville's fun. I didn't realize that's where you were.
a good place for parties.
Mm-hmm. How is the weather up there right now? Was there any snow or anything? Are we giving it to Rentaro?
Yeah.
Okay.
To give to.
To give to her. Got it.
Hey,
I got the collar.
I got that collar for Suki.
oh Nancy-san, you are the best guest we've ever had. I'm going to go give this to her now. Please, excuse me.
You do that.
Okay, now we should stuff bikes. Is this something we'll change? Oh,
We got it. Is there anything else?
feels like a star pass.
Right, I was thinking it was going to be something shaped like a star.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
You literally just stole it.
For
Right. Under his nose.
for first time in Asheville, it was cold but no snow. Gotcha. It's a cool little city. I like it.
When you're from Florida and it gets cold enough, like probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 days this year, it has gotten below freezing
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't snow, it just feels like such a waste.
Yeah, it's always just like, well, then why even bother being cold then? Just
Right.
let me have.
I don't want it to be cold if if I'm not going to be able to see the thing that I never get to see.
Okay, so we went into the next room.
Oh, right.
Like, that's our room over there. So can we just keep going? Okay, but it stops there.
Are we
Interesting.
gonna find in one of these?
I don't know. It's kind of scary, actually. Oops.
And it's like, do they really want us to like check every single
Locked.
closet? Seems good.
I know, I'm assuming when we walk into a room, Nancy's gonna say something about that room.
Right.
Okay. So we've checked this whole upstairs. What are you guys trying to do right now? Well, we're trying we know that there's like a secret room, and we know that there's a room that's like supposedly more haunted than the others. And we're trying to get to the bottom of that. It's very Scooby-Doo.
It is, which coincidentally they just put back on Netflix, the live action one, and I watched it this morning.
Oh, really? It's so good.
So good.
It's a classic. Avery, this has been the scariest Nancy. I don't know if you've watched any of the prior episodes of this game, but this one's like actually scary. We're staying in like a traditional Japanese hotel / inn sort of thing, and it's like family run, and the grandmother and the granddaughters are here, but the mother, in between those generations, mysteriously died in the sauna. She was found dead in the sauna. And yeah, just the music alone in this one is very creepy.
Supposedly her ghost is haunting.
Yeah, there's a decently scary ghost that we have definitely encountered more than once. Okay, so nothing on the rooms over there that we have found. So let's go down to the end here and get in this room. So now we have like a key that lets us go through every connecting door in the whole hotel. And we're just not finding anything, which is strange to me.
It is strange. It's gonna really bug me if we have to, go and look in every closet.
Is she... She's gonna be in there. Okay. Let's check upstairs, and then we will come back and do the bottom level on this side. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we would have come across something by now, but so far it's just normal rooms. And Nancy has not said anything.
Is there any like specific one that we were supposed to really like look into?
Well, we wanted to look into room number 8, but we couldn't find a room number 8.
Right.
So that, I don't understand that. And these are all just normal. Oh.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I can't turn.
Why can't you turn?
get out.
Oh, we found the right one.
Okay.
The door won't open. What's going on?
Okay, all right, now is the
Finally
time.
get to do this
Mirror
puzzle.
images. I bet if I could match these up perfectly, I could get out.
Okay.
Was that in real life for you? That door closing?
Nope. That's the game.
Okie dokie.
So the screen.
God, I
Nancy,
don't
get out of
like
there.
it.
I know, it's creepy. The music is so... Yeah, let me just stop and do a puzzle real quick. The music's so creepy, though. Blue, blue, square, square. Diamond, 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 diamond. And this triangle here. Yeah, there's lots of ghost activity at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate this noise that's happening. And I feel like, it's not confirmed, but I feel like I'm on a timer.
Right. Usually you are in situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a haunting, not someone trying to murder you, so I don't.
Yeah, it's hard to say. So now do we just freewheel? Like, I don't understand. How, like, do we just make up the rest? Or is it like, or is it saying
I
like,
don't think you have to fill them all in.
no? Okay, so red. Okay, so this one is mirrored. This one's mirrored. That's mirrored. That's mirrored. That's mirrored. So that's all the red. Green, green, triangle, triangle. That's done. That's done. Okay, so blue, square.
Unless every single one of these little triangles or wedges have to be the same. But she said mirror. So that would be a little strange.
Right. I don't think they... Do they need to be the same? Potentially? We could try and... I mean, we can try and do that. I'm sure there's a way to reset the puzzle if we need to. Let's see. This is supposed to be a green triangle. And then there's the blue piece. Then the next piece is purple. And then the next piece is green again. And then that corner is yellow. Okay, these top two are red and green. Red goes on the right side. The bottom two's yellow and purple. I kind of like, also, I kind of want this haunting to be real.
Yeah.
Part of me wants it to be real.
It would be out of character for a Nancy game, but I also like that idea. I mean, in that live action Scooby-Doo movie, there were real monsters.
This is true.
Not like
Oh man. Okay.
Aw,
We were on a timer for sure.
you were so close to finishing.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. It'll go a lot faster now.
Mirror images. I bet if I could match these up perfectly, I could get out.
Okay, blue. And then green triangles. Okay. These are all blue. Green, green. Green, green. Let's see. Okay, what else is red? These are red. This is red. And these are red. Okay, I think that's all the greens. We'll see. Is this blue?
I wonder how it's really gonna help us get back out on the balcony. Or like, yeah, like, what is that gonna do?
I do not know. Okay, and then yellow is these. Ooh, one of these is not right. This is yellow. This is yellow. And then red, red, red. What is this supposed to be? Purple?
Purple?
Alright, and then we have red, 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 yellow, 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 purple, and then what's the other thing? Red. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I got nervous there when it didn't do anything. I was like, please.
I'm getting out of here now.
Over the balcony.
Okay. Are we still in danger or what is...
Can we just go back up there and look again?
Yeah, I don't know. Do I need to talk to her?
Hi.
Okay.
I'll stop bugging you now. See you later.
I mean, I guess we just go back up now. We'll try. I think it was on this left side.
Locked.
I mean, that would be admitting, I suppose, that we snooped.
Mm,
Stole his card, maybe?
yeah. Good point. I can't remember which room it was. It was... I thought it was one of these because... Unless it was on this side? I'm pretty sure it was on the other side though. Yeah, it's just not a
Was
thing.
it in that hallway? Or was it on the other side of the...
It was in this side because we checked our room's side first. which is over there. So, I don't know.
Hi.
Is Suki wearing a new collar?
Yes. Doesn't it look perfect? Lintelo must have really put some thought into this. It fits perfectly and it goes so well with her eyes. He can be so thoughtful sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to do something nice for him.
So, how are things between you and Rentaro now?
Couldn't be better.
I'll let you know.
Really?
Okay, see ya.
This is surprising to me. I'm gonna go talk to him. Be like, yeah, I love how Nancy just straight up jumped off that balcony. No.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
The heck?
We've got to find room 8 somehow. Or maybe go back to the room that was haunted, which we don't even really remember which one it was, but and look around in it.
Yeah, it was upstairs, and I don't know which of the rooms it was, but I'm pretty sure it was on this left side. So we'll just look around in these more. Technically, the door should have the star thing on it.
Right.
I keep hearing noises.
It was a tan room.
It was a tan room, like this one.
Like this one, I thought. Started shielding.
Is it this one?
Huh.
They all seem fine.
Interesting.
And I mean, like, maybe we're in the wrong room, but like, this all seems normal. Yeah, so the reason we came to the conclusion that it was room 8 was because I guess it doesn't have to be. We were looking for rooms that people had not stayed in. And so I have a list of numbers of room numbers that people have not stayed in. And the only reason we came to the conclusion that it was 8 was because we got that key that says this goes, you know, this will open any room with 8 or 9 as the last number. But right, we couldn't find room 8, but that doesn't mean, like, because that gets us into technically all of the rooms. It doesn't mean the haunted room is room 8. It just means that's our access point. Do you know what I'm saying?
It is suspicious, though.
Yeah. So,
But
like,
yeah.
what room is this? What room are we in right now? 33, which was on my list. And we think that's the room. Oh.
Oh. Which could be a picture from Yumi.
Yeah. So, yeah, we think it's 33. Maybe we can call her and be like, I was in room 33.
Shit happened.
Yeah, and some shit went down.
Huh?
Can you think of anything else about the room you stayed in when you were here?
Not really. I'm sorry, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute now. Come to think of it, it had a carved wooden bird that triggered the passage. I hope that helps.
Yep, so that's the room.
Okay. So that was a good call calling her.
I'll talk to you later.
Y'all stay safe now.
Yeah, okay. So, let's go back in there. had a commercial and it jump scared me.
This carving must be the trigger to the secret passage that Savannah mentioned.
Oh shit. We love a secret passage. Well, this is not creepy at all.
Looks like they really wanted to keep people out of here. I wonder why.
They sealed it up. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, maybe this is where she died, not the current sauna.
Whoa, what is going on with the water?
I don't know, Nancy. I wouldn't be standing around if I was you. Oh, what is going on with the water? What?
I definitely don't want to go in there. I definitely don't want to go in there.
I wonder if there's like gases or something coming up and it caused the mom to faint or pass out. And so she was unconscious and drowned. Stop it already or you'll be sorry. Yumi. Yumi. Why?
Making threats. Doing
Oh, look at this table. Can I not look at that? I guess not.
It looks like I need another set of numbers.
Okay, so we already have this set.
God.
Yeah, so that's the set we already have. It looks like this one allows you to do X's though, which is a relief.
Yeah.
Because the last one didn't, and it took a long time. Okay, well, where are we gonna find more numbers?
There is something. I'm not sure what we have on our to-do list, if any, but there is something that I know eventually can be done because I remember it. But I don't know if it's like too spoilery for me to just say.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything on our to-do list that I can think of other than to
I
like,
don't like the looks of that pool.
other than to, like, we can leave. Is it something in here? I mean, I don't,
No, it's not.
I mean, we need more numbers, so we have to go get those from somewhere. But where from?
Okay, so the thing that I want to do is we still haven't gotten into. It's like a box or something in your apartment. It needs a password,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we might have the capability figuring that out right now.
Okay. So we can go to her apartment.
I don't know how much you want me to say.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll go look at the box and maybe it'll jog my memory.
Okay, yeah.
There's that one in there. I don't remember a box.
I think it's the frog.
Oh. Oh, okay. I mean, is it as simple as being like her name? Could be. But that's not really how kanji works. So we're looking for like most likely a 4-syllable thing. Are these numbers or letters? Let's see. This, I don't see this line kanji on the diagram that I have. It's another one, just like a plus. Okay, that one's on here. Sort of. Interesting.
Something is strange about these pictures. I should find a place to print them out.
Never mind, Nancy's gonna tell you.
Interesting. Oh. Just all of the Yumi ones, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Not this masterpiece. It's so bizarre. It's the weirdest thing.
You need more than one spoon.
I don't think so.
It says choose photos.
But I don't know how. It only ever selects one.
Yeah, it's just.
Okay. What? Are we supposed to have 5 more?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, what are we... Trying to notice some sort of pattern or something. There's not really a constant, there's not one person that's in every single one. There's not... I thought maybe it was the characters. Is it literally just like a puzzle? Like, are we just putting them together to make these characters?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one does this go with? Does that go there? No. If it these, no, that can't work either. Nancy didn't say anything, which makes me.
Switch the just
These?
best. Yeah, those two.
Okay, there we go.
There's a hidden message. I need to talk to Yumi about this.
I think we already know what it's for.
Yeah. We are not going to talk to Yumi about it. We're just going to go to her apartment. Do we have to talk to her about it, or can I just...
I don't know. It seems like, why would Nancy talk to her if it's a hidden message? Clearly, she wants it to be hidden.
Yeah. So I don't know why Nancy would be like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go for the apartment first. We'll see.
I should talk to Yumi first.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, fine.
As if we have needed to do that ever before.
Before
No,
snooping
it's
through any of her other belongings.
Hi.
Right.
Great picture of Bess.
Yeah, I love that one.
There's a hidden message in all those pictures you sent, isn't there?
What do you mean?
All of these pictures together show a set of numbers.
Seems
in
like by
different
telling her, we would be like
Can't just be a coincidence.
giving her a
You're
heads
telling
up.
Something, aren't you?
You're sure they mean something? Maybe you've been spending a little too much time at the ryokan.
I'm positive.
You're
Yeah,
right.
like why are we
Nice job,
shoving it
Nancy.
down her
But why would you
face?
do that? Why not just ask me?
I know you want to help, Nancy, but that doesn't mean you can help. If you could break this code, I knew you could help me, and you did.
But what do these numbers mean?
That's the next step. Take a good look around. Think about situations where numbers come in handy.
Can you tell me a little bit more?
I would, but I'm falling way behind as it is. I need your help. Come on.
Okay, we gotta do some bento. Alright, so this has to be pig, cat, pig.
Yeah.
Which means that this is probably pig, egg, rice. So let's do the pig, egg down here. And then bear, egg here. Bear, rice here. Bear, sandwich here. So then
Yeah.
we have bear, rice next to egg. Cat sandwich is above a bear, which will be here. So then
Cat, pig, pig.
cat. Does it matter which one?
What do you mean?
I didn't notice how late it was getting. I sort of made you miss your last train back to the Ryoka. You're not mad, are you?
No, I guess I'll figure
No,
it
I'm sure I'll
out.
figure something out.
I want you to stay at my
Walkthrough
apartment tonight.
translated.
I would stay at a friend's. I do this all of the time for Rentaro, so I'm not taking no on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to go there anyway, so...
This is like the game, like
Being
go back to
like,
your apartment,
it's
look around.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also weird that, like, you've already found the coded box, and Nancy's like, ooh, I should go talk to her first. And then Nancy's like, could you tell me more about what I could use this code for? And Yumi's like, I don't know, you just gotta find something you use numbers for. It's like, we found it already.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Right. Very straight.
These look like the numbers for one of Rentalo's
Yay! Let's go.
If we can.
Oh, we might as well just sleep. I'm assuming we have to.
Get up and go to work. Oh.
Mm. Even her apartment is haunted?
What?
She definitely rigged this shit to scare us, right?
I don't remember this.
Yumi wanted me to tell you. Hurry back soon. I know your secret, Yumi. I can't wait to see you again. This is such a scary game.
So someone thought Yumi was gonna be there and wanted to scare
Where's
Yumi.
Hmm.
I know your secret.
This is wild. I'm so, like, I think I'm very much invested in this. More than any of the other Nancy games so far. Like, I'm just really...
Crazy.
It is crazy.
So we're gonna have to go talk to Yumi and be like, are you haunted? Do you want to talk about it?
Do we need to talk about your little problem?
Wow.
Oops. What? What?
Excuse. We need to get back in there.
Can we only go in there like in the middle of the night or something?
Oh. Why would Nancy not say that though? Oh, can't go in there now.
Right, like gotta wait until nobody is in there or like what? Okay, well, while we can, should we go talk to Yumi?
Yeah, okay.
As long as it's like the correct hours.
Hello.
Hi.
You okay?
I think someone was outside your apartment trying to scare you last night.
What do you mean?
I woke up in the middle of the night and there was this weird writing on the window. And it said, I know your secret, Yumi. See you again soon.
That's not funny, Nancy.
I wasn't trying to be funny. It's true.
That was written on my window, in my apartment. You're not lying?
I'm not.
You swear?
I promise you. What does it mean?
It means my grandmother is right.
What was she right about?
Nancy, don't go back to the Ryoka. Just go home, okay? Find your friends and go home.
We are not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that.
Don't know Nancy Drew, do you, Yumi?
clearly not.
I find it super weird that we can't go into this secret passageway.
Yeah, I know. It's dumb. If we still can't go in there right now, I'm going to be very confused.
Yeah.
If the time change didn't affect that. I'm assuming that's the problem, but I could be wrong. Been wrong before. What?
Is it like already open in here or something?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Got it, got it, got it. All right, here we go, fam.
Wow. You got this.
So, okay, no, I can't make X's. Oh, I can. Amazing. Okay. That's all I've ever wanted.
Have you ever done one this big?
Yeah. So that's 21
And an awesome.
space 1, 2. So this has to be it has to be 21, and then it 1, 2 space. So that's 7, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So the two of them have to be together and then 21 have to be together?
Mm-hmm. And then there's a gap between them. So we know that these 20 have to be selected, and then it's either this one or this one that makes 21, and this one or this one that makes 2, depending on where the gap is. And so like these were already placed, so we know that like none of these can be, because it has to be 3, 3, 2, and the farthest back that this can reach is there. And like these can't be, this has to be 2, which means these all have to be, that has to be an X, which means this has to be an X.
Ah, look at you.
These are fun puzzles. I really enjoy them.
I think I would enjoy this one a lot more than Sudoku.
Probably.
It seems much more satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the right boxing.
This one, 7.
But I'm still very glad you're the one doing it because you do them all the time. It will take much less time than it would if I was trying to make it.
2, 2. So 6, 2, 7, 2. Okay, so we
Is
don't.
it in that order?
Yes, it has to be in the order listed. Yeah. So then this has to be, so that can't be 1. So then this has to be 2. And then this is 3. And then this is 2. 1, 3, 2, 2. Okay. Do, 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 do. All right, this has to be. Which means that's an X, that's an X, X. Alright, so this has to be 1, 2, space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 4, and space 1. Okay, so these two have to be 2. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, and then so this is 6. Yeah, okay. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have any other big numbers. There's an 11 here. Okay. 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Space 1, 2. So 2, 1, 2, space. Alright, and then it's 262. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. They also usually make a picture at the end,
Oh, right.
which is also satisfying to do.
Yeah.
Not always, but they can. Okay, so we've got 1 and then 3. That can't be. So 1, 2, 3, space 1, 2. So this is probably just a 2 like that, which means this is that. So we have 1, 3, 2, 2. So there's 2 in here, and then 3, 3. And this is 2, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so one of these, one of those. Okay. So in this one we have 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. 3 space 3 space 2. Okay. 2, 1. This one's 2, 2, 2, 7, 1, 1, 5. 2, 1, 1. Okay. 1, 6. 1, 1, 5. So these have to be. Alright, then we've got 5, 1, 1, 2, 6. Okay. So this is the 6, 1, 2, 1. So these are all not. 8, 1, 1, 3, 8, 1, 1, 2, 4. This one's 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think this has to be X's. One space, 1 space, 1. Yeah, there's room. Okay. We're doing it. Getting there, getting there.
Doing great.
So that's the 2. So it's one of those 2. So 1, 2, 3 space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 space. Okay. 1 space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not positive that's correct. I don't feel confident about that. Okay, this can't be a 5. So it means ooh, are we at end game? I think so. Coley, I believe this is end of the toward the end of the game at least. I believe so. Speaking as someone who has not played this game before. I noticed a problem. Hi. How are you doing? How's your Sunday going? Believe you're close if I remember correctly. That would make sense, like plot-wise.
Remember. But I mean, we found this hidden room, so probably.
Yeah. Once you start finding hidden rooms, I feel like you're getting there. 2, 3, 4,
Right.
8, 9, X, and then 1, 2. So that's an X.
We went MIA. My friend texted me whose house I was at last night, and she said, so her boyfriend has COVID.
Oh
I was in their house for
no!
like 4 hours.
Shit!
Just a big ol' yikes.
Oof.
Yep.
Big oof.
I mean, he wasn't feeling well, but he had taken one and it was negative when he first got sick. But she made him take another one and
It was positive. Ugh, that sucks.
So I knew he was sick when I went over there, so it was probably dumb, but they had taken a test.
Well,
Well,
I guess you're gonna be potentially isolating for a bit.
potentially. She did, like, she has a cat, so she does usually clean all of the surfaces before I come over anyway. I didn't, like, he was in a different room the whole time, so we'll see if I get any symptoms.
Alright, I'm pretty sure there's a mistake in this area, but I'm gonna proceed and we can fix. These are typically a lot easier to fix mistakes with.
Yeah, than Sudoku. Yeah.
1, 3, 1, 4. Okay. 1. So this one is 1, 4, 2, 7. So the 7 has to be here. 1. For space. Okay, so it's either this or this. This is 2. Okay. This one also needs 7. 7, 3, 2, 2, 2. 7, 3. Alright, well, these are X's. This one we have 2, probably 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, probably something like that. 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, okay. 2, 3, 2, 4. Okay, 2 and 4 have to go in here. So 1, 2, space 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, space 1, 2. So 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 1. Yeah, okay. Then 2, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1. So the 5 has to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 5, 5, 1, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2. This one's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 3. Oops, that's an X. This is 3, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1. So it's one of those, but I don't know which. 5. 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then this is 1, 5. This ends with 6, so that has to be 1, 2, 4, 9.
You're so close.
We're getting there. 1, 9, 2. So it's just one of these. This is 2, 14, and 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. So if that's 14, space 1, 2. Okay. So you have 2, 16, 2, 2, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 9, 2, 5, 4, 4. See, that's where the problem is. It's somewhere in here. I think these are potentially wrong. I'm positive these are correct. Yeah, I don't know. This area, there's something wrong down here. Okay. But this one is 2, 3, 3, which should be like that. 2. So 1, 2, 1, 6, 9, 2, 2, 6. So this has to fit a 9 and a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Space 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Space 9. Space 1, 2. 1, 2. Space 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Doing great, having a chill morning, currently doing my eyebrows. How are you? We're doing good. I play all the Nancy games with my sister-in-law, Lauren. So she played them all when she was younger, and I never played them. And so I'm playing through them for my first time, but she's here with me and she has played them. But for a lot of them, it's been a long time since she's played them.
Yeah, I don't remember. There are certain things about pretty much each game that I remember, but A lot of the times I don't even remember who did it. So
Mm.
this one I do.
Gotcha. Yeah, she stepped away for a few minutes, so that's why you didn't hear her for a while. 2, 3.
Usually I come in with the fun facts when we're in a really long puzzle.
Yeah. Like this one.
Yeah. Although I looked up history. This is called a nanogram, right?
Nonogram, yeah.
I looked up history of nanograms. I'm not getting any. Oh, spelled it wrong. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, this one actually was invented in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, puzzlegame.com
Has the scoop.
has the scoop.
2, 5. 2,
It's invented in 1987, which is not that long ago.
3, 4. Mm-mm.
Wow. A Japanese graphics editor named Non Ishida won a competition in Tokyo by designing grid pictures using skyscraper lights that were turned on or off.
Oh, cool.
Huh. So it started out as paint by number puzzles in Japanese magazine under the name Window Art Puzzles. Oh, and then the UK took over, and in 1990 invented the name nonogram. Oh, after the guy who invented it first, Non Ishida, and they started printing them in their puzzle or newspapers. By 1993, the first book of nonograms was published by Non in Japan.
Two, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 3, 2. 4. 1, 3, 1. Yeah. Okay.
Came out online in 1995 on the Game Boy. Nice.
6, 3. Okay, so these have to be in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think it has to be like that. 5, 1, and 2.
And then it goes on to talk about all the games that, like, video games that have embedded in their games. They do not talk about Nancy Drew, though. Annoying.
3, 3, 3, 8, 3. So 3. So presumably 3, 8, 3. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Space 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 3. That's correct. 2, 5, 4, 4. 2, 5, 4. So 4, 2, 11, 2, 2. 11, 2, 2, 2, 16, 2, 14. Do we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can't do that one yet.
Do you think this is gonna make a picture? It doesn't look like anything yet.
They don't. Yeah, some of them do, some of them don't. I think, like my Nonogram app that I use, they always make a picture, but it's not like a staple of the puzzle.
The
But
one
it-
in Rentaro's books that he was giving us made a picture.
Yeah. It could be. It's sometimes it's really hard to see. Sometimes it's because it's a grid. I mean, and it seems like in the history of the puzzle, it made a picture. You know.
Yeah.
1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2. So this is an X. 2, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1. 1 and then one of those. 2, 5, 5, 1, 1, 2, 5, 5, 1. 1, 2, 1. There's a mistake in here. Two, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 9. I'm gonna just fill it out and let Nancy tell me it's wrong, and then hopefully we can go back and. I've had to do it before, where you just go back at the end and go over all of them.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. So 1, 1. So these should be X's. 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. Yes. I love your magnifying glass camera overlay. Oh, thank you. My husband is crafty and good at editing pictures and stuff, and he made it for me.
It's still kind of wild for me to hear you say husband.
1. Sometimes I forget to say it. I frequently want to call him boyfriend, partner. I mean, I use various terms.
Partner's a good one because then there is no context.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, we got married in December 2019, like right before COVID kicked in, and so our like first few years of marriage have like been in this weird time warp space that's very strange. It's been an interesting experience. We still like each other. So
that's good.
everybody tells me that the
9 years.
right. True. I mean, yeah, we've been together for a very long time, but yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, the first year of marriage is the hardest." I'm like, "Oh, did you stay in a house cooped up with each other for that whole year?" Because we did, and we made it through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I
4.
mean, you were at the point in your relationship
2.
though that getting married didn't really change anything.
No, we already had like merged houses and finances and like most of the dogs, like most of the big stuff was like done already. I mean, we still don't have kids, but like yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of change. 511 2 6. Still can't hear the other person. Let me bump her up a little bit.
Oh no.
That should help. 1 5.
It's common.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't know. Her audio levels are never the same. You are supposed to be hearing her, yeah. Thank you for telling me. It's hit and miss with the audio. I don't know why her audio is never the same.
That means you didn't hear all my nonogram facts.
2 2 3 1. Oops. If it's through Discord, it might be a Discord thing. I'm really bad with techie stuff, so I totally get it. Yeah, so it is through Discord, and yeah, it's like sometimes, I don't know if the issue is actually with Discord, but that's what we use. And it's like sometimes you can hear her perfectly fine, and sometimes she's like basically silent. It's stupid. 1 1 6. So these should be X's. No one can ever hear me in Discord either. What's weird is I can hear her perfectly fine. Like she's perfect volume for me. But it's something with like what the audio output capture for Streamlabs is actually capturing, is not capturing her full volume. Hi Penguin, how's it going? Okay, 1 3, oops. 3 2 2 3. I'm gonna make those blank since they're probably wrong. This one we have 2, so this is 3. So 3 2 3 3. 2 of these. 2 1 1 3 3 1 1. Coley's here too. Yeah, apparently the ads have been jump scaring people. This is funny.
Weird.
Okay, 8 1 1. We just don't know where the 3 goes. This one is 5 2 1, and then some more ones. Okay, let's try and go vertically for a little bit. So we've got 7 2, and then 4 1. So that has to be an X. That's an X. 7 3 2 2 2. So 7 3 2. So 2 of these. 2 2 1 2 1 1 2. Okay. 4 1 1 2 1 2 2. So this is a 2. 5 1. So this one's a little bit hard. So we've got 2 1, and another 1, and then 2 there. So 5 1 1 2 1 1 2. Okay. 4 1 1 1 3, 4. So these are X's. 2, 1, 1, 1, 8. 2, 1, 1, 1, 8. So these should be X's. 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. All of these should be X's.
I'm really bummed if this doesn't make.
I'm not seeing a picture right now.
I am also not.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will. 4, 1, 3, 1. 4, 1, 3, 1. 6, 2, 7. 6, 2. Oops. 7.
Kind of looks like if you look in the middle right, it looks like a dude, like one of those like, don't fall down the stairs, guys.
Yep, with his head and arms. I think I'm seeing a mouse. She said it does make a picture eventually. Wild. Maybe it's characters or something. I don't know. I'm struggling to see anything at this point. 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, all right, we've got 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 7, 2, 4, 1. 7, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay, how many? 4 ones in a row. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has to be the 2. We are so close. 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay. 2,
Yeah, that one.
5, 4, 4. 2, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. But this is not supposed to be 4. That's the problem. So maybe this isn't in an X?
Oh.
Well, but I don't. Well, we have to come back. We'll fix that last thing. 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this should be done. 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. So then this is 2, 7. 1, 1, 1, 2, which means this is that. And then this is 2, 2. This is 2, 1. All right. We gotta fix this. 2, 5, 5, 1, 2, 1. So presumably that is supposed to be like that. And then this is supposed to be 2, 16, 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Something is wrong. So we have to check them. Or is there, they're all filled in? Yeah, they're all filled in. Okay. 3, 3, 2. Yes. 21, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2. 1 2 1 1 1 1 3 2 2 2 1 1 1 7 2 1 1 2 5 1 5 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 1. Yep. 2 3 4 5 6 2 1 1 5 1 1 1 2 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 2 2 6. Yep. 1 2 1 6 3 1 1 8. Yep. 4 2 1 1 8 1 4 1 1 1 4 1 3 2 1 1 1 4 1 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 1. Yep. 2 5 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 5 1 1 2 4 5 1 1 1 2 3 2 4. Aha!
Ah. You did it.
I found it.
What was the picture?
Something
Oh,
here.
we didn't even get to see.
Didn't even get to see. To my daughters, I hope that you will never need to see this note, but I'm worried I might be leaving you much sooner than I want to. There are a few things you need to know. First, you need to take care of each other. If you've found this, it's because you've worked together. Keep it up. On your fifth, or an American girl has has very much overstepped boundaries.
Yes.
And put herself right in the middle of your family affairs. On your 15th birthday, I will give you each half of what you needed to find this note. I know you'll be able to work things out between each other if you try. Please try as a favor to me. Second, the ryokan is just a place and nothing more. Neither of you have to stay to take care of it. These are your lives. You have to live in a way that makes you happy. All I ask is that you work out your decision together. Finally, if you're reading this, then I'm sorry. If I had my way, I'd be up there for you always. Take care of each other and take care of your grandmother. I know she disagrees with what I want for you two, but don't take that personally. In her own way, she only wants the best for you two.
Oh gosh. What?
I don't know. I don't know why we have a knife now.
It's like a sword. Oh god.
Oh no! I better find a way to cut
Oh my
these cords
God.
in half, and fast.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Cut the cords in half?
It seems obvious.
I guess you have a really limited amount of time.
I guess so. I hate this puzzle. I think the picture was supposed to be a fox. Interesting.
Oh.
I don't. Is this like? I don't know what. We're very much out of time.
Fully in half. Like.
I have to look it up every time. Oh boy. Here we go. We're gonna die a lot.
I better find a way to cut these cords in half, and fast.
I mean, do you want to just take the path of least resistance? Like, it seems like if you just...
Nice.
The joint near the elbow looks a lot like what Rentaro was working on in his shed.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Don't say. Nothing else to say about
We
this?
should just like pick this up and go show people.
Yeah, just walk around and be like, look at this. Also, like, what he's doing here is so fucked up.
Yeah. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to go in there.
So, are we coming to the conclusion that their mom committed suicide? Is that what happened? Because that seems very dark for a Nancy game, but...
Yeah. That's not the vibe I got, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta talk to somebody. I think she slipped, maybe? Okay.
But why did she have that note? Like, she
Right.
thought she was gonna die.
Right, like she was like talking about how she was in such a dark place, and that's what makes me think that, like, I don't know if a Nancy game would get as dark as suicide, but maybe. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Like, I thought she drowned all this time, but maybe not. Because it's just that one letter she wrote that was talking about how she was like feeling really off and didn't know what was going on and felt like she was going to be like, I don't know. It just seemed very ominous.
Yeah.
Don't always pay attention to the story. Fair. A lot of times something will happen with the story in another game where we're playing and I'm just like, why are we doing this again? I don't remember. Is everybody gone? Rentaro, what have you done? You. Ah. He's gone too? Where does he have them all? What is happening?
Oh.
Is grandmother gone too? We can't go in there. Oh, I went the wrong way again. Do we need to, like, go get Yumi or something? Oh, she's in here.
Hello, Nancy-san.
Did you know about Kasumi's will?
She did not have a will. She was too young.
She did. I found it.
No, you don't understand what you found.
What do you
Whatever that
mean?
says,
What?
she didn't mean it.
How would you know? Oh, boy.
How would you know if she didn't mean it?
No, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
Nancy.
You didn't tell the girls what their mother
This is
did
overstepping.
because you're afraid of losing the Ryukon. You made up all of this ghost business to scare the girls into doing what you want.
Stop! Stop! You're wrong.
I feel like she's trying to tell you the
What
truth,
do you
Nancy.
mean?
Why are we accusing her?
I
You
know.
are right about
Clearly it's
you.
Rentaro as well.
I knew what Kasumi wanted.
Then why did you hide it from them?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Try me.
I can't lose them too.
There's no guaranteeing that they'll leave if they know the truth.
Yes, there is. There is too much sadness for them here. They've forgotten
So you want them to
about how things
wallow in
used
it
to
with
be.
you?
Yeah, you want them to live in, like, this really sad, dark
They've forgotten
place?
about how this used to be our home.
But why would you fake these hauntings if you want them to stay?
I would never do that.
Well,
I think maybe I jumped to a decision too quickly.
I know you mean well, Nancy-san. You can't help us here. But thank you for trying.
okay, I guess.
What really happened to Kasumi? I need to know.
The police said it was an accident. It wasn't an accident.
What did happen?
It was my job to take care of the bass. I was supposed to be there. She was supposed to be meeting with that pen pal friend of hers downtown. She was so excited to go. I should have let her go. I should have taken care of everything myself, but I didn't want to. I didn't like her going into the city. I didn't like that pen pal of hers, always getting her so wound up about leaving here. So, I played secret.
Okay, that's
so she
also
wouldn't
messed
know.
up. Like,
I don't understand.
my daughter had a life and I hated
Matches
it.
are very slippery. You must know where to walk. There was a reason I never let her do that part. But I wasn't thinking about that. I was too selfish. She drowned that night in the baths.
Okay, it was an
It should have been me down there.
So yeah, that's an accident.
And she knows that.
You can't blame yourself for that.
You don't understand.
I do. Accidents happen. As much as we wish they didn't, you can't keep everyone safe, no matter how hard you try.
It is different for a parent, Nancy-san.
Miwako and Yumi blame themselves, too. If you can't let Kasumi go, how will you be able to help the girls?
I don't know if I can do that.
I think you have to do that. Like,
yeah.
the ethically, morally correct thing to do here, you got to. She's still gone? She's still gone. Where are they?
Ew.
Do we have to go? I mean, we've been down in the basement, and Rentaro was not down there. Do we go talk to Yumi?
I guess.
Potentially? Unless if she's gone too, then I genuinely don't know where we're supposed to have a confrontation. Yeah. Interesting. Surely it's at the ryokan somewhere, yeah? Like, I don't think it would be elsewhere. That would be weird.
What are we looking for?
Just people? Like, we...
Yeah, okay.
we need to find where everybody is, because like Miwako and Rentaro are both gone, and we can't tell Miwako or Yumi like what's been going on without, you know, like we need to tell them what we found and stuff.
Right.
But like, everything down here is done. So like, where are we supposed to confront if he's not in his little shed? I'm not sure.
Where would they be? The only other place we can go is Yumi's apartment.
Would they be there?
I mean, I don't know.
Is there anything else in his shed that we can like find to like... Oh.
No, not quite right.
This must be the recorder Rintaro was talking about earlier. I'll take this and leave the other one here.
What? Don't remember that.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, I know he mentioned them at some point. Okay,
I
what's
should
this?
translate this and figure out what he's up to.
Must finish today. Work order room 33.
So we gotta go to room 33.
That's where we just
Or
were.
Oblique.
Okay.
Yep. but we gotta go there now that the game tells us to go there.
Now that we have a reason to, for some reason, I don't know. We're about to get end game. Okay. Let's confront him. Star.
That's strange. It's not working anymore. I should find another way in.
Is it this Dora-matic thing?
That's strange. It's not
Maybe
working
from
anymore.
the
I
outside?
should find another way in.
Yeah, let's try the outside, I guess. Did you know there are alternate endings to this one? If you want both, I would save soon. Interesting.
What?
Okay, yeah, we'll do a save.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Hello?
What are you doing in here? You're the one trying to scare everyone away, aren't you?
No, Nancy. I'm not trying to scare everyone away. I am scaring everyone away. The ryokan needs to close down.
But why would you want to close this place down?
Look around you. Does this look like a good place? Everyone can sense it immediately, and it makes them leave. Everyone but you. But when I tell Miwako that you're here to collect info for Savannah's next book, you'll be out of here too.
I've got to find a way to keep him from escaping.
Uh,
Not so fast.
Oh, nice.
I've got to find a way to convince everyone about Rentaro. Quickly.
The recording, yeah.
I don't get it. You're the one who told me the ghosts aren't real.
No one usually listens to that line because they want to believe in the ghosts. I didn't start that. They did. They wanted a show, and I gave it to them because enough with them and enough of this place. I asked Miwako to leave. I even left myself.
Why did you come back?
I can't leave Miwako here alone. I need to convince her to leave or close this place down. It doesn't matter to me. But you, it's time that you leave. Now.
Look familiar? It's been on this whole time. I just push this button and I'll send everything you said to every voicemail box in the place.
No. Don't.
Why shouldn't I? After everything you've done, your ghost.
This is so Scooby-Doo. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Let me be the one to tell her. If I do, she might forgive me.
Maybe, but you were doing some messed up stuff.
Ooh, okay, now can you save? So we can see both.
Yeah. My instinct for like what I would normally do, is I truly believe it's Miwako's decision, so
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll be watching.
as long as she's
Better
told
do
the
it.
truth, then she can decide from then on.
Thanks, Nancy. Oh. This is going to be terrible, isn't it? Okay.
Dear Hannah, Rentaro confessed to Miwako and Takai. It was not a pretty sight. After
Well, I like
many months
that
of
ending.
apologizing and begging, Miwako agreed to allow Rentaro to undo some of the damage he'd done to the Ryokan's reputation. Instead of scaring away guests, Rentaro was using his skills to modernize the Ryokan in small, Takai-approved ways. Miwako broke up with Rentaro after he confessed.
Fair?
He's hopeful that one day she'll change her mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold my breath if I were him.
No.
Once the girls found out Kasumi's true wishes, everyone agreed that the Ryokan should be passed on to Miwako. Miwako accepted the position. As the official owner, she started to really enjoy her work, and it shows. Now that there's no pressure to take over the family business, Yumi's been spending more time at the inn. She's even agreed to expand her business to include catering to the Ryokan. Thanks to Yumi's incessant pushing, Miwako finally agreed to spend a little time in the city. From the looks of
Wearing
it,
her
she had
business
a
outfit.
great
Yep.
time. No longer worried about losing the Ryokan, Takai is finding herself busier than ever. Her classes in the traditional arts are booked for months in advance. She said she'd always fit me in for a calligraphy lesson, even if it may be a bit of a lost cause. From what I hear, the Ryokon's no longer the creepy place I remember. Customers are returning with a vengeance. Guess that means it'll be harder for me to get reservations next time I visit. As for me, I finally got to spend some time in the town with Bess and George. There's no boutiques to the traditional cultural exhibits throughout the city. I don't think we've ever had so much fun on a trip. See you soon. Love, Nancy.
A special flower pot?
Frog.
Was it a frog? I mean, I know the box was a frog. Sure.
Yeah, there was one next to it. That was also a frog.
Okay. All right. Returning the borrowed goods to their rightful home, solving all of his puzzles, listening to the world around you, mastering the art of bento, all the prizes. All the prizes? Wow. Making sure your job was not forgotten. Yeah, we didn't do any teacher stuff. All right.
Residents of a German castle are being terrorized by a fearsome creature, and it's up to me to crack the case. Once I arrive at the castle, I begin to suspect that there may be more to this monster story than just superstition. As monster sightings become more frequent and
I played
creepy
this one
signs
recently.
begin appearing,
I remember a lot about
find
this.
myself in danger of becoming the monster's next victim. Join me as I try to solve the case without becoming another entry in the castle's long and grisly history. In my next adventure, the Captive Curse.
I am looking forward to the bad German accents.
They are wild.
I'm so excited for that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see the alternate ending.
Yeah.
Yes, it was that one.
I don't get it. You're the one who told me the ghosts aren't real.
No one usually listens to that line because they want to believe in the ghost.
I feel like most of it's gonna
I
be the
didn't
same,
start it.
except they're not gonna
They
like
did.
us as much.
They wanted a show, and I gave it to them because enough with them and enough of this place. I asked Miwako to leave. I even left myself.
Why did you come back?
I can't leave Miwako here alone. I need to convince her to leave or close this place down. It doesn't matter to me. But you, it's time that you leave. Now.
Look familiar? It's been on this whole time. I just push this button and I'll send everything you said to every voicemail box in the place.
No. Don't.
Why shouldn't I? After everything you've done, your ghost almost drowned me.
I really screwed up here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be the one to tell her. If I do, she might forgive me. Eventually.
Not a chance, Rentaro.
Alright. I don't want to be here when you tell her.
Dear Hannah, Rentaro left and never returned to the Ryokan.
Hmm.
To this day, no one knows where he went. When I told Miwako and Takai what he'd been up to, they were furious. And
Yeah. This is
after
definitely the
living
worst
shadow of
ending.
Rentaro's hauntings for
Yeah.
so long, they were finally able to feel at home again in the Ryokan. Once the girls found out Kasumi's true wishes,
It's
everyone
very
agreed
sad,
that
yeah.
the Ryokan should be passed on to Miwako. Miwako accepted the position. As the official owner, she started to really enjoy her work, and it shows. Now that there's no pressure to take over the family business, Yumi's been spending more time at
the
the inn.
rest seems to be
She's
the
even
same.
agreed to
Mhm.
expand her business to include catering to the Ryokan. Thanks to Yumi's incessant pushing, Miwako finally
Makes
agreed
me
to
feel
stay
bad for
full
him, though,
time in the
like-
city. From the looks of it, she had a great time. No longer worried about losing the Ryokan, Takai is finding herself
Yeah.
busier than ever. Her classes
mean,
in the
it was
traditional
pretty
arts are
messed up
booked
what
for
he-
months in advance.
Yeah, I
She
mean,
said she'd always fit
I don't
me
know
in
if I
for a
could-
calligraphy lesson, even if it may be
I mean, I
a
could
bit
probably
lost
forgive
cause.
someone for doing
From
that,
what I
but
hear, the Ryokan's no longer but
It's definitely
a
not
place I
to a
remember.
point where I'm gonna date them
Customers
again.
are returning with a
Right.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Guess that means it'll be harder for me to get reservations next time I visit. As for me, I finally
If it
got
was
to
me,
spend some
so you've
time in
been
the town
lying
with
to
Bess
me,
and
so
George, and it
I'm
was
gonna
worth the
kick you
wait.
out either
From the
way,
boutiques
probably.
to the
Right,
traditional
yeah.
cultural exhibits throughout the city, I don't think we've ever had so much fun on a trip. See you soon. Love, Nancy.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Another Nancy down. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the after credit scene. Shoot.
There's
Kath
an after credit scene.
Kath even told us that we have to watch it. We may have to sit through that again.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You're the one who told me the ghosts aren't real.
No one
Whoops.
to that line.
I'm so sorry, I forgot.
You believe in the ghosts. I didn't start.
Will you restream it to Discord when you have a moment?
Oh my gosh, yes. Hold on. There.
I gave it to them because enough with them. Enough of this place.
Whoopsie.
I asked you.
Yeah, we'll do the nice one this time.
I even left myself.
Yeah.
Why did you come back?
I can't leave Miwako here alone. I need to convince her to leave or close this place down. It doesn't matter to me. But you, it's time that you leave. Now.
Look familiar? It's been on this whole time. I just push this button and I'll send everything you said to every voicemail box in the place.
No.
Ending on a good note. Yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
shouldn't I? After everything you've done, your ghost almost drowned me.
I really screwed up here.
I'll never get over how creepy this music is.
If I do, she might
Yeah.
forgive me. Eventually.
They were good at the atmosphere building.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Okay, but I'll be watching. You better do it.
Ah, thanks, Nancy. Oh, this is going to be terrible, isn't it? Okay.
Dear Hannah, Rentaro confessed to Miwako and Takai. It was not a pretty sight. After many months of apologizing and begging, Miwako agreed to allow Rentaro to undo some of the damage he'd done to the Ryokon's reputation. Instead of scaring away guests, Rentaro was using his skills to modernize the Ryokon in small, Takai-approved ways. Miwako broke up with Rentaro after he confessed. He's hopeful that one day she'll change her mind. I wouldn't hold my breath if I were him. Once the girls found out Kasumi's true wishes, everyone agreed that the Ryokon should be passed on to Miwako. Miwako accepted the position. As the official owner, she started to really enjoy her work, and it shows. Now that there's no pressure to take over the family business, Yumi's been spending more time at the inn. She's even agreed to expand her business to include catering to the Ryokon. Thanks to Yumi's incessant pushing, Miwako finally agreed to spend a little time in the city. From the looks of it, she had a great time. No longer worried about losing the Ryokon, Takai is finding herself busier than ever. Her classes in the traditional arts are booked for months in advance. She said she'd always fit me in for a calligraphy lesson, even if it may be a bit of a lost cause. From what I hear, the Ryokon's no longer the creepy place I remember. Customers are returning with a vengeance. Guess that means it'll be harder for me to get reservations next time I visit. As for me, I finally got to spend some time in the town with Bess and George, and it was worth the wait. From the boutiques to the traditional cultural exhibits throughout the city, I don't think we've ever had so much fun on a trip. See you soon. Love, Nancy.
Marianne.
Residents of a German castle are being terrorized by a fearsome creature, and it's up to me to crack.
I genuinely am very excited for bad German accents. They're one of the funniest.
Have you seen the first Frozen movie?
Yes.
You know the guy in the little shop?
Yes.
They talk like that.
Amazing.
Because I without becoming another entry in the castle's long and grisly
You'll love to see it.
In my next adventure,
I really liked this one, I gotta say. It's definitely up there for me on my list. Lauren and I decided we are going to at the end, after we both have played them all, we're gonna come up with a ranking. We'll probably use that, like, I've seen the meme, you know, where you like rank things from like S tier to F tier.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that with the Nancy games.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited. I love a good list, so.
Yeah. It'll be fun to like sit down and really think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like we should both probably do it separately, like make our own lists, and then we can combine them.
I feel like the top ones are gonna go by really fast, and then the ones that I don't even really remember that much,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have trouble like ranking them at the bottom somewhere.
Right. Like, I feel like there's gonna be the ones that are like, you know, you're gonna know what your favorites are. You're gonna know what your like A and B games are, and you're gonna know which games you like hated. But then the like C and D level is just gonna be like, I don't know.
Are there always end credit scenes?
I don't know.
We never watch them.
We never do.
Suki, tate.
What?
Oh my gosh, I think I really saw this one. Suki, tate.
What is this?
What?
Dare to play.
What was that? Why was the wire puzzle part in there?
Oh my god.
Amazing. That was worth it.
I'm Nancy Jones.
That was worth it.
I'm glad we did. Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that was true something. Oh, I missed some because of an ad. Ugh. Well,
No.
we can clip it. I'll make a clip of it. But yeah. That was something. Oh gosh. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's see if anybody's playing some Nancy Drew. Oh look, somebody's playing Captive Curse. So I can't actually watch. But we can give them a little raid and say hi, and I'll lurk for a little while.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go say hi, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.